Hello friends, welcome to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gourav Gupta and I once again welcome all of you to the series of session where we are basically deciphering the DI techniques. Now this series of sessions that we are running is called the Tuesdays DI Mantra, and like I told you that in this series of sessions we are discussing different ways of basically attempting the questions of DI in the faster way. Now data interpretation is one of the most integral part of each and every examination, so we need to understand how to basically solve all these questions in a faster manner, and we will be learning a lot of calculation techniques, a lot of faster calculation techniques in these sessions. So friends, before I go ahead, let us quickly discuss the schedule of the lectures, schedule of the sessions that we run throughout the week. Okay, now we start with daily editorials, which is run from Wednesday to Monday. So this is not there on Tuesday, but every day every day at 10 a.m. we run daily editorials. Now, Monday is a strategic Mondays session. At 10 p.m. we discuss different strategies for different examinations that you must pick. Tuesday DI Mantra, we are in this session. So it will be conducted on every Tuesday of this month at 11 a.m. Wednesdays dedicated to quantitative aptitude at 1 p.m. Grammar Thursday at 2 p.m. Friday logic at 2 p.m. Readings on Saturday. So how to improve your reading skills will be covered at 12 p.m. every Saturday, and Inquisit Sunday at 9 p.m. So please make a note of this entire schedule and do follow all these lectures. Now, if I talk about Tuesday's DI Mantra, so we basically started with this on 5th of October at 11 a.m. and we have seen how to basically decipher DI techniques using pie charts. So we have discussed some basic questions of pie charts, uh, as well as some advanced level questions on pie charts, and we have seen a lot of faster calculation techniques. All right, on 12th of October, that is the previous session, we have seen line graphs. Today we are going to look at DI questions from the point of view of bar graphs. All right, and in the next session, that is the coming Tuesday, we'll be talking about deciphering DI techniques using tables. Okay, so friends, let's enter this session of data interpretation bar graphs. Now today we'll be discussing two different sets of questions. Okay, now first of all, the first one will be a basic DI set involving bar graph, and the second one will be a little bit of higher difficulty level. Both these sets will tell you basically how to fetch data from a bar graph, how to understand a bar graph, and then how to quickly answer the questions that will follow. All right, so let's start with the first set. So the first set will appear on your screen in a few moments, and this is the first set. So question says that the common set of information says that study the following information carefully and answer the given questions. So this bar graph gives the total number of employees and the number of male employees in 5 different companies A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, now fetching the values from this bar graph is pretty simple. Okay, unlike we have seen in line graphs in the previous session, I can say that you can easily fetch the data from this bar graph. All the values are already written at the top of the bars. Okay, so there is no need to look at the scale that is given to you, X or Y axis. There is no need to look at that. It's just a very simple plain data that is given to you. This could have been given to you in the form of a table as well. All right. So for every company A, B, C, D, and E, you are given the number of total employees as well as the number of male employees. Okay. So if I'll take the example of company A, the total number of employees is 72. Okay. So T is the total number of employees for company A. Now out of 72, there are 54 male employees. So I can say that the number of female employees will be 72 minus 54, that is equal to 18. Now the same thing can be done for all the 5 companies. Okay, so obviously since this data is talking about the total number of employees, the number of male employees, obviously in questions we will have a use of the female employees also. Okay, so it's always better before you switch on to the questions, it is always better to make a table, a very simple table mentioning the number of male employees, number of female employees, and the number of total employees. Okay, also what you can do is, if you want to save your time, no need to make a separate table. You may write the number of female employees like at the top here. So 72 minus 54 is 18. 120 minus 75 is 45. So in company A, number of females is 18. Company B, number of females is 45. Talking about company C, 144 minus 96, that is 48. Company D, 80 minus 36, which is 44. And last company, 96 minus 48, that is 48. So now what all data do we have in our hand? We have total number of employees, we have number of male employees, and we also have number of female employees in each of these 5 companies. Okay, so now let's quickly deal with the questions. So the first question on your screen, now this is the question and this is the data that was given to us. Now what I have done is, since I have already calculated the number of female employees for each and every company, so I have presented this entire data in the form of a table. So this is the table that is there below you. Now this particular data will be handy for all of you for all the remaining questions. Okay, so we'll be using this table now because we have already segregated the data. All right, so let's talk about the first question. What is the ratio of number of female employees in company D? So I need the number of female employees in company D. So number of females in company D is 44 to the number of male employees in company E. So number of male employees in company E is 48. So the ratio that I want is 44 divided by 48. 44 is to 48. I will take 4 common and the answer will be 11 is to 12. So 11 is to 12 will be the ratio that is asked in this question. Pretty simple because we have already made the table. So now we can easily work on these values. All right. So this was question number 1. Moving on to question number 2. So now the table is already there. I am not drawing the bar graph again and again. So I'll be using the values from the table. Okay. Now, second question is the number of male employees in company A and C together. So number of male employees in company A and C together. So that is 54 plus 96, 54 plus 96, and that is 150. Okay. Now this value is what percent of the total number of employees in company B. So 150 is what percentage of total number of employees of company B, which is 120. So the question is 150 is what percentage of 120? All right. So how will we calculate? 150 divided by 120 into 100. Okay. So 150 divided by 120 into 100. This is what we have to calculate. Now 150 upon 120, this will be 5 upon 4 into 100. Now if you already have 5 upon 4, you can say that 5 upon 4 is nothing but 125%. Okay, so if I'll convert fraction 5 by 4 into percentage, it will give me 125%. Otherwise, you can do this entire calculation. You will get the same result. So 125% is the number of male employees in company A and C together as a percentage of total number of employees in company B. Okay, so very basic thing is what we are doing. Now friends, remember one thing. If you want to do good in the questions of data interpretation, as you have seen that in most of the questions of data interpretation, we are dealing with percentages only. Okay, so if you want to do good, if you want to save your time, so you need to understand the very basics of percentages. All right. Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. It says that what is the difference between, so we have to find the difference between two values. Now first of them is the average number of employees in company A and E together. So average number of employees in A and E together. So A number of employees, E number of employees. So average number of employees in A and E together will be 72 plus 96 divided by 2. So average is sum divided by number of terms. Okay, so that is 168 divided by 2, which will come out to be 84. So this is first of the terms. The second is the average number of male employees in A and C together. So average number of male employees in A and C. So this is number of males in A and C. So that is 54 plus 96 divided by 2. Okay, so which is 150 divided by 2, that is 75. So you have to look at the difference between these two values. 84 and 75, the difference is 9. So the answer for this question will be 9. Options are not given, so this is a type in the answer type of question. Okay, so where we have to type the answer, right? So answer for this question will be 9. Moving on to question number 4. What is the average number of female employees in company A, B and E together? So A, B and E, I need number of female employees A, B and E. So the average will be 18 plus 45 plus 48 whole divided by 3. Alright, so add karte hain inhe. Now 48 and 45, this will be 93, 93 and 18 will be 111. 111 divided by 3. So 111 is completely divisible by 3. So answer will be equal to 37. Alright. Now guys, you all will note down that, note one thing, that the way I'm doing calculations, okay, is a little faster. Okay. Now why I'm able to calculate these in a faster manner? Because I have a lot of practice. So there is only one way to improve the speed of your calculations. So the way is through practice only. Okay. Now, if you understand all these methods, if you understand all the faster techniques of percentages, still you need to practice it on daily basis so that you'll be able to imply all these things at the time of examination. ठीक है? So अगर exam में चाहते हो कि use करो, so before that you need to do a lot of practice. Otherwise, you will end up using conventional techniques, and conventional techniques are not pretty fast. Okay? So जो चीज अभी बचपन से use करते आ रहे हो, you know that it is like a slow way of doing calculation. You want to improve your calculations. You want to basically remember these calculations so that you'll be able to apply it in examination. So practice ही एक तरीका है और कोई shortcut technique नहीं है. ठीक है? Let's move on to the fifth question of this set. So question says that if the number of male employees in company F, now they are talking about company F and we have only 5 companies. So the additional company, so if the number of male employees in company F is 12 more than that in company E. So number of male employees जो company F में है, it is more than the number of male employees in company E by 12. So 48 plus 12 will be 60. So 60 is the number of male employees that is given in company F. And the total number of employees in this company is 132. So total employees 132, number of males is 60. So number of females will be 132 minus 60 and that is 72. So 72 is the number of female employees in company F. Now let's see what they are asking. So find the number of female employees in company F. So they are asking the same thing. So answer will be 72. That is option D. Okay. So friends, these are some basic ways of dealing with the basic questions of bar graphs or any of the DI set. All right. Improve your calculations. Right. So this was the basic set. Now let's look at one more set and it will be a little difficult. So there will be more numbers involved and there will be a little more calculations that will be involved. Okay. So let's move on to the next set. Okay, so huge set of instructions. So let's read it very slowly, very carefully, and understand what all things are given. So if you look at the bar graph as well, so there are, I think, 5 entities which are given separately, and in each of them there are 3 bars that are drawn. So you can see a total of 15 bars that are drawn in single bar graph. So let's have a look at what are these values. Now information says that in a particular city there are 5 different milkmen. Okay, so we can see these 5 different milkmen. Their names are Radhe, Manu, Lalu and Pandey. These are the 4 only. Chalo, let's continue with this. So the names are Radhe, Manu, Lalu and Pandey, who could each sell a maximum of 90 liters of milk every day in the morning. Okay, now they are talking about 5th milkman. So while the 5th milkman, Leelavati, so here is Leelavati. Okay, so Leelavati can sell a maximum of 60 liters of milk each day in the morning. Okay, so these 4 milkmen can sell a maximum of 90 liters of milk, okay, each day, and Leelavati can sell a maximum of 60 liters of milk on each day. Absolutely fine. So this part is over. Next part, the following graph shows the liters of milk sold and remains unsold by them on a particular day. So if you look at this scale, it says that the blue bars shows the milk sold in the morning. So if I talk about Radhe milkman, the first milkman, so this milkman is selling 63 liters of milk in the morning. All right. Then red says that milk unsold in the morning. So out of so whatever he has sold, 63 he has already sold in the morning. So 27 liters is the quantity of milk which is unsold in the morning. Okay. Now the green one is milk unsold in the evening. So milk unsold in the evening is 12 liters. Okay. So this is the entire information that is what we have in our hand for one of the milkman. Okay. Now let's look at the interpretation of all these things. Okay, so the following graph shows, so I am here. So the following graph shows the liters of milk sold and remains unsold by them on a particular day. Now they are talking about morning and evening. So let's say if any further information is given. It also shows the liters of milk which was sold in the evening on the same day. Only the milk which was initially unsold in the morning. So the milk which was initially unsold in the morning could be sold in the evening. Fine, great. After selling the milk in the evening, some milk is left and hence will perish. वो खराब हो जाएगा. Okay. So let's talk about this first milkman once again. So Radhe can sell 90 liters, a maximum of 90 liters of milk in a day. In the morning, he sells 63 liters and he is left with 27 liters of milk. Now, according to the data that is given, this 27 liters of milk, which is unsold in the morning, will be available to sell in the evening. And according to the graph, green shows that which is the milk unsold in the evening. So out of 27 liters of milk, which is available for the evening, 12 liters is still unsold. So I can say that 27 minus 12, 15 liters of milk is sold by him in the evening. I'll go for it once again. All right. So 63 liters is the total milk that is sold in the morning. 27 is the total milk that is remained unsold in the morning. So that means उसके पास morning में कितना milk था total? 63 plus 27, that is 90 liters. Okay. So इसके पास 90 liters milk था morning में, right? Now 27 liters of milk was unsold in the morning, which will be available to sell in the evening. अब evening में इसने कुछ milk sell किया होगा. Now out of this 27 liters, now he's left with 12 liters of unsold milk in the evening. So 27 available tha evening mein, 12 is unsold. So that means 27 minus 12, 15 liters of milk Radhe has sold in the evening. ठीक है, अब देखते हैं, अब ये जो इवनिंग में बचा हुआ है मिल्क, आफ्टर सेलिंग मिल्क इन द इवनिंग, some milk is left, so 12 liters is left for him and it will perish. So ये खराब हो जाएगा मिल्क, ठीक है. So the liters of sold and unsold milk as captured in the following bar graph only indicate the situation before selling. Fine, not of any use. The sold and unsold milk taken together indicate the liters of milk which was available on that day. So we have seen for Radhe, so 90 liters was available. Now the deficit, if any, between the maximum quantity and the liters of milk available is due to the illness of cows. So abhi to mereko ye samajh mein nahi aaya. Let's talk about other milkman. Let's see if I can use this information. Okay. Now if I talk about Manu milkman, 70 liters is sold in the morning, 18 is left unsold in the morning. So that means ये total milk कितना लेके आया था, 70 plus 18, that is 88 liters. Okay, so this is the relevance of the last line. The deficit, if any, between the maximum quantity Manu के लिए कितना था, 90 liters. So this difference of 2 liters, the difference between the maximum quantity and the liters of milk available is due to the illness of cow. So 90 liters maximum capacity था, ठीक है, but 88 liters ही milk लेके आया है वो, that means 2 liters कम है, so it is because of the illness of cow, right? Talking about Leelavati, maximum capacity is 60 liters, sold in morning is 38, unsold in the morning is 21, the sum is 59. Okay, so again there is some deficit, that means अब हमें पता लग गया कि लीलावती की काउ भी ill है. Okay, fine. Similarly for Lalu, 54 and 30, 84 is the total, maximum quantity was 90. So Lalu की गाय तो बहुत ज्यादा बीमार है. Okay, so Lalu's cow is giving 6 liters less of milk, right? Similarly for Pandey, total 90 liters, 61 plus 28 is 89. So Pandey's cow is also giving less amount of milk. So again, the cow is ill. All right. So the only milkman whose cow is not ill from this data I can say is Radhe milkman. Okay. So this is the entire situation in front of us. Okay. So let's now move on to the questions one by one. So obviously a lot of data is given in this question. Now let's see how the questions will behave. Okay. So question number 1. If 50% of the milk that remained unsold in the evening was sold by each milkman. Okay, so now I have to basically arrange this data in a proper format. So I'll have to keep on going back to the previous data. Okay, so we'll keep on going back to this data. Now let's basically write this data in a proper way. So at the top I'll write the total quantity of milk, 90, 88, 59, 84 and 89. Okay. At the bottom I'll write the maximum capacity, 90, 90, 60, 90 and 90. Okay. Now I already have the quantity of milk unsold in the evening. So I'll also write the quantity of milk that was sold in the evening. So 27 minus 12, it is 15. 18 minus 10, it is 8. 21 minus 14 is 7. 30 minus 20 is 10. And 28 minus 14 is 14. Okay. So what all things I have written? At the top, I have written the total milk available in the morning. Okay. Then these values that I have written here is the quantity of milk that is sold in the evening. At the bottom, I have written the maximum capacity which can be sold by these milkmen in a single day. Okay, so I'll retain this data and I'll keep coming back to this data as per my requirement for each and every question. Okay, so question is, if 50% of the milk that remained unsold in the evening was sold by each milkman, okay, अब जो भी unsold था उसका half 50% हर एक ने sell कर दिया, then for which milkman the ratio of sold milk to the unsold milk was maximum at the end of the day. Okay, now let's talk about each of these milkman separately. Okay, now we have to find the ratio of the sold milk to the unsold milk, right? So I'll write the unsold milk for each of these milkman separately. Okay? Okay. So they are saying that if 50% of the milk that remained unsold was sold by each milkman, so 12 बचा हुआ था, out of this 12 50% इसने sell कर दिया, that means extra 6 और sell कर दिया. For Manu 5 is what he has sold. For Leelavati 7 extra she has sold. 20 10 is sold, and 14 7 is sold. Okay. Now the total quantity of milk that is sold by each of these people, okay, so that will be the milk that was bought by Radhe was 90. Manu bought 88 liters of milk. Leelavati bought 59 liters of milk. Lalu bought 84 liters of milk, and Pandey bought 89 liters of milk. Okay. So this is the total milk that they have. Okay, and what I have done here is I have written the quantity of milk that they have sold out of the unsold milk in the evening. ठीक है, अब 50% अगर इन्होंने sell कर दिया तो 50% will be the leftover. So I can say that this is also the leftover milk in the evening. So कितना milk sell किया होगा total? So Radhe must have sold 90 minus 6, that is 84 liters. Manu 88 minus 5, that is 83 liters. Leelavati 59 minus 7, 52 liters. Lalu 74 liters, and Pandey 89 minus 7, that is 82 liters. Okay, so this is the quantity of milk they have sold, and this is the quantity of milk which has left unsold. So what they want is the ratio of sold milk to the unsold milk. So let's quickly write the ratios. So 84 is sold upon 6 upon 5 upon 7 upon 10 and upon 7. Okay, so this is the ratio that we have for each of these milkman, and we have to find out which ratio is the maximum at the end of the day. Okay, so 84 upon 6, the value is 14. 83 upon 5, the value is 16 point something, or precisely 16.6, right? Now 52 upon 7, the value will be 7 point something. 74 upon 10 is 7.4. 82 upon 7, it will be around 6 point something, right? No, 11 point something, I'm sorry. So 11 point something. So out of these values, the maximum value is 16.6, and it is for Manu milkman. So answer for this question will be option A. Okay. Now friends, we all are comfortable with all these values. So now we'll take very less amount of time to solve the remaining questions. Okay. So let's look at question number 7. What approximate percentage of milk was sold in the morning by all milkmen together on the given day? So what percentage of the milk was sold? Okay. Now the total quantity sold, we already know from the previous values. So total quantity sold were these values. Okay. Or the total quantity left over were these values, right? So मैं क्या करता हूं, नहीं ये वाला left over नहीं था, I'm sorry. So this was for the previous question. Okay, so let's come back to this data. So let's not go to the previous data, and let's use the data from this graph only. ठीक है? Now what approximate percentage of milk was sold in the morning by all the milkmen together? Now I'll quickly write the total quantity of milk which was available. So for the first milkman, 63 plus 27, we have already written these values. So for the first one, it is 90, then 88, 59, 84, and 89. Let's add all these values and this will give me the total quantity of milk which was available with them. Okay, so let's add all of them. So it is 18 and 12, 30, 0, 3, 12, 20, 36, 41. So 410 liters of milk is available to sell at the beginning of the day with all these 5 milkmen. Now we have to see what is the quantity which is unsold. So unsold, I'm just circling these values. Let's add all of them. So 12 and 10, 22, and 14, 36, 56 and 14. So that is 70. So 70 liters of milk is left unsold. Okay, so we have a total of 410 liters, out of which 70 is left unsold. So that means what is the sold quantity of milk? 410 minus 70. So 410 minus 70, that is 340. Okay, so 340 liters sell ho gaya, right? So the question is approximate percentage of milk that was sold in the morning by all the milkman together. Okay, so हमें सिर्फ sold in the morning निकालना था, ठीक है? So sold in the morning क्या था? These values. So let's add these values 63, 70, 38, 54 and 61. Okay, so ये वाला portion मैं हटा देता हूं. It is of no use. And sold in the morning, let's write that data. So 63, 70, 38, 54 and 61 is the liters of milk that was sold by them in the morning. Adding them 11, 12 and 4, 16, 6, 1, 14, 17 and 11, 28. Okay, so 286 is the quantity which is sold in the morning out of a total quantity of 410. Okay, multiply by 100. Now this is the percentage that we have to find out. Now too easy to simplify the calculation. 410 consider करो. 410 का 10% कितना होगा? It will be 41. अब 41 से आपको 286 पे जाना है. So approximately किस नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करना चाहिए? If you want to go to 286 from 41, you will multiply approximately by 7. Okay, so 7 से multiply करते हैं. So 70% of this value will become 288. So 288 will be exactly 70%. I need 286. So 286 will be a little bit less than 70%. Now in the question, they have already written the word approximate. So I'm marking my approximate answer, which will be 70%. Okay, so the most appropriate answer among the options will be 70%. So answer to this question is 70. All right. Okay. Let's look at the next one. On the given day, which of the following milkman has a healthy cow? Friends, ये तो हमने पहले ही कर लिया था solve. So healthy cow किसके पास थी? Only with the Radhe milkman. Now, basically the logic which defines if the cow is healthy or not is the deficit of the milk that is there between the maximum quantity and the quantity that is available with them in the morning. So Radhe available quantity was 63 plus 27, that is 90, and the maximum capacity that he can sell in a day was 90. So I can say that Radhe's cow was the healthy cow. Okay, so answer will be option C for this one. Moving on to the next one, question number 9. Now for each milkman, reading slowly and carefully, exactly 85 5 by 7 percentage. Now 85 5 by 7 percentage. Now first of all, let's deal with this. Now 85 5 by 7 percentage, if I want to convert it in fractions. So one way is, this is mixed fraction, इसको simplify कर लो. 85 into 7. 85 into 7 कितना होगा? It will be 560, 595. 595 plus 5, that is 600 upon 7 percentage, and that is equal to 6 upon 7 if I'll convert it in fraction. So 85 5 by 7 percentage will be 6 by 7 as the fraction. Okay, so 85 5 by 7 को मैंने 6 by 7 में convert कर लिया. So they are saying that if for each milkman 6 by 7th of the milk that was unsold in the morning, sorry, unsold in the evening, was consumed by the cow's calf. Okay, so अब क्या हो रहा है, जो भी unsold milk था evening में जो खराब हो जाता, okay, now 6 by 7 of that milk was consumed by the cow's calf. So 6 by 7 of that unsold milk was consumed. So how many liters of milk did actually perish at the end of the day? So total जो unsold था, let's talk about that milk. So 12 and 10, 22, 36, 56, 70. So 70 liters was unsold in the evening, out of which 6 by 7 was consumed by the cow's calf. So that means 60 liters was consumed. Now only 10 liters is left over. So I can say that the quantity of milk that will actually perish now at the end of the day will be the quantity of milk which is left after cow's calf has consumed. So 70 liters was unsold, out of which 60 liters is consumed by the cow's calf. So the remaining 10 liters will now perish, and answer will be option A. All right, great. Now let's move on to the last question for the day. If all the milkman had healthy cows, okay, so abhi to unhealthy cows thi kisi kisi ke paas. So they are saying that if all the milkman had healthy cows, so that means everybody will have their maximum capacity to sell. Okay, so 90, 90, 60, 90 and 90. So that is equal to 420 liters. Okay, and the milk unsold remained the same as the given graph. So जो milk unsold है वो जैसा ग्राफ में दिया हुआ है वैसा ही होगा. So milk unsold is equal to 70 liters. We have already calculated. Then approximately by how much percentage does the milk sold by all the milkman increases? Okay, so let's talk about the previous available milk. ठीक है, so इस डेटा को अभी भूल जाते हैं. So earlier the total milk that was available was 410 liters, out of which unsold milk was 70 liters. So that means earlier we were selling 410 minus 70, that is 340 liters. Okay, but now let's talk about now what they are saying. So now we have 420 liters of milk available, out of which still 70 is unsold. So now we are selling 420 minus 70, that is 350 liters of milk. Okay, so they're asking approximately by how much percentage does the milk sold increases. So earlier we were selling 340, now we are selling 350. So the percentage increase in the milk that is sold, so that is increases of 10 divided by original value, which is 340, multiplied by 100. So this value will be 100 upon 34. Now 100 upon 34 का value क्या होगा? Again मेरे को approximate answer देना है. So 100 upon 33 is exactly 3.33. So 100 upon 34 will be somewhere around 3 only. Okay, so my approximate answer will be option A, that is 3%. Okay, so that's it about this graph. So friends, today we have seen some different ways of improving our calculations, the ways using which we can save a lot of time. All right, so please do implement all these things while you practice the questions of DI in your daily life. Okay, so it is very important. Also, understand one thing, that if you want to do good in the section of data interpretation or reading comprehension, something like this, okay? So what you need is, you need to have a regular practice of these areas. So data interpretation mein agar acha karna hai, so you need to practice like at least for 5 days in a week, 4 to 5 days in a week, you need to practice the questions of data interpretation. I'm not saying ki daily practice karna hai, but try to practice the questions of data interpretation at least 4 to 5 days in a week. All right. Same thing is with RC. You need to develop your reading skills. You need to develop your speed of reading, interpretation skills. So all these things are skill based and requires a regular practice so as to improve in the examination. All right. Okay. So friends, that's all from my side. So if you liked my session, please do press the like button. Do comment something in the comment section, any feedback you want to share. Share this session with your friends so that they will also be able to improve their data interpretation, and subscribe our channel in order to get the regular updates of all the upcoming sessions. All right. Now friends, we have different programs that are available for all of you. Those students who are preparing for CAT 21, we have a 2-month crash course. So this is what you can join. Now, if you have already completed your preparation, so you can take this crash course as a way of revision. All right. Also, if you're targeting CAT 2022, then you can join the complete course, batch number 5. And in this batch, we'll be teaching you each and every concept, each and every fundamental of quant, LRDI, as well as verbal. Okay. Now, for further information, like for detailed information about these courses, you can call at this number, which is given at the bottom of your screen. Right. Now, next thing is, one of the batches that we are exclusively starting for people who are targeting SNAP, NMAT, TISNET, ZAT, and IFT. Now we have less time for CAT, which is remaining, but we have plenty of time, more than 1.5 to 2 months for these examinations like SNAP, TISNET, ZAT. ZAT is in first week of January. All right. So you have plenty of time left. So you can also join this exclusive batch for the preparation of this set of examinations. All right. Now the different CAT courses and other MBA examination courses that we offer at BYJU'S Exam Prep are mentioned in front of you. Some other online classroom programs that we generally offer: CAT 21, a percentile booster course, and a complete course for CAT 2022. Now this is the complete details that will be offered in these batches. Again, for further details, you can call at the number that is given at the bottom of your screen. Now this is the list of experts that we have on our panel. If you'll have a look at it, we have more than 15 years of average work experience among us. So that's all from my side, friends. Please do follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Do join our Telegram group and do subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.